Hello and welcome to another Football Commentaries live stream. We are back with Premier League football with the return that has just happened. The first game, which was Aston Villa versus Sheffield United, that did end in a 0-0, which is a little worrying, but hopefully this game will be 10 times better than that one. If you've been on social media or any Instagram, Twitter, whatever, you would have seen the goal line technology mistake. It was out of Michael Oliver's hands. The ball clearly went over the line. The goal line technology wasn't working and VAR didn't go back and check it when it was clearly over the line. So hopefully that doesn't happen in this game. Obviously Arteta returning to the Etihad Stadium after being at City for 3 years or 3.5 years around that, and he's coming to take on Guardiola, who gave him that step into management. As I can see on the screen here anyway, they're doing the social distancing interview. I can't hear what he's saying, unfortunately, but I'll try and see if I can get any quotes of what he said during this interview. We are on 14 minutes away from kickoff here. I'll go through the teams very soon. And if you can hear rain, it is because it is raining outside. Been quite a few storms in England as over the last day or two. So if you can hear any of that, I'm sorry. But where I'm situated in my house, you're gonna have to go through that, unfortunately. Just gonna get the teams. I'm gonna get the stream out. Sorry. Just getting the stream out. Make sure if we can get as many people as possible in the stream tonight. There we go. That is really bad. I hope you can't hear that. There we go. Around 13 minutes now from kickoff. Go through the teams soon. I'm very interested how this goes. I just watched the Aston Villa Sheffield United game, with just the commentators and no crowd noises, and it was strange. But it's the new normal for now. So I did get a gist of it. You couldn't really hear much bad language as some people may expect, but we'll have to see if it happens during this game, as it is pouring down coming up to kick off now. It was okay until about half an hour ago, so that is a little unfortunate. Make sure the stream's okay. Wow. Pouring down. It also is in the Etihad. They've got to get their umbrellas out. Mika Richards, Jamie Carragher, and I'm presuming, Gary Neville's not there. I'm presuming he'll be on commentary, but obviously you're here to listen to this commentary instead, because I'm 10 times better than Gary Neville. I'm joking. But City have got a screen behind, I think it's behind both goals, of a screen. I'm hoping it can take a whack of a few balls, because it's literally right next to the goal, so if there's a wild shot and it just hits the screen, anything could happen. But apparently it's going to show fans on I don't know, some sort of Zoom call. But that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But it is just very strange, or everything about this. Obviously, I'm very glad that the Premier League is back, and that we're going to get some good English football, not Bundesliga, which I've enjoyed the Bundesliga very thoroughly. Obviously, Bayern Munich became champions yesterday against Werder Bremen. Good game to watch. But that wasn't the same as the Premier League. So I'm very glad it's back. As they've got a socially distanced Gary Neville and Martin Tyler. How strange is that? They're literally on the opposite ends of a table. That's more than 2 meters. That's ridiculous. But the rain, I don't know if you can hear that thunder there. It's really starting to affect England and Manchester. I'm gonna go through the teams now, but I'll go through them again when we get closer to kick off because we've got 10 minutes to go. So we've got Ederson in goal for Manchester City with Kyle Walker at right back. They've gone with Eric Garcia at the back for City, making his 7th league appearance in the first team. And then we've got Laporte alongside him. He's making his 8th appearance as well, missed 21 games through injury. And then Benjamin Mendy at left back. And then midfield 3 of Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, and then in the middle of them 2 is going to be Ilkay Gundogan, no Rodri, in the starting 11 today. And then a front 3 of Riyad Mahrez, who's been in hot form this season, Raheem Sterling, and Gabriel Jesus up front, not Aguero. Interesting change that from Guardiola, but we'll have to see what that means to City's play style. It probably will be similar, but it's just interesting how he's not got Aguero in there. And then with Arsenal, we've got Bernd Leno in goal, with Hector Bellerin at right back. Again, only his 9th appearance as well, so not many for him. And then I thought he was going to go with Socrates and David Luiz, but he's actually gone with 2 completely different centre-backs of Shotgun Mustafi and Pablo Mari. Respectively, Mari's only making his second appearance of the season. His first one was actually in the last game before lockdown against West Ham. Matthew Errington, hello. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It seems like we might be buffering a little bit. Sorry if there is any buffering as well, because yeah, I'm getting hit by a bit of a storm. Yeah, I can see it on the stream here. Sorry about this. Hello, hopefully I am back. I'm just going to check quickly. Had a bit of a problem with the stream there. Luke Game HD footage. No, sorry, can't do so. Copyright reasons. I do apologise. Just making sure the stream is going to be okay. We should be okay now. Just had a bit of a malfunction there. There's like a thunderstorm that's just passed where I live, so hopefully that is gone now. I think that's the reason why. I'm presuming that's why that was happening. I hope it is anyway, because that means we've got it fixed. We're not far away from kickoff then. 5 minutes, it's killed a bit of time, that. I was just going through the Arsenal lineups, so I'll go through the lineups again, but I'll start with the Arsenal ones in a minute. So the players are making their ways onto a very wet bench, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's just started to rain heavily as well. Nonetheless, not even like spitting, it is full levering it down, as we would say. Leroy Sané is on the bench for City as well. I'll go through that again. in a minute. But we'll start with City lineup again. I'll just get a restart on the lineups. Edison in goal, Kyle Walker right back, Laporte and Eric Garcia to make the two centre back pairings. Eric Garcia 19, making his first start since New Year's Day in the Premier League, with Benjamin Mendy deploying himself in the left back position. Midfield three of Kevin De Bruyne, most assists this season with a staggering 16. Alongside him, David Silva with Gundogan deploying that CDM kind of role, holding midfield role. And then a front three of Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, no Aguero. And then I'm going to get the bench up. I have got it written down, but just to make sure I'm not making any mistakes. They've got Sergio Aguero, Zinchenko, Rodri, Sane, Bernardo Silva, Fernandinho, Nicolas Otamendi, Scott Carson and Phil Foden. So no Bravo on the bench for City as the Arsenal players are making their way out onto the pitch. And then for Arsenal, got Bernd Leno in goal, played every minute of the Premier League this season, so that is going to continue. With Hector Bellerin at right back, alongside him is Kieran Tierney at left back. Mustafi and Mari deploy the centre back positions, with Guendouzi and Granit Xhaka playing as the two CDMs, and then Joe Willock will play just ahead of them in a more of attacking midfield role, with the striker of, well, we'll have to see how it goes here. They've got Saka on the left, and then it'll either be Aubameyang or Nketiah on the right, and obviously one of them will deploy the striking role. I've said deploy too many times, I'll stop. So we'll have to see how that goes. So no Nicolas Pepe, no Lacazette, no David Luiz, no Socrates. So some left out of the lineup. That was a surprise to me. But we'll just have to see how this game goes for Arsenal. I was surprised by the centre-back pairing of Mustafi and Mari, but, you know, it's just the way it goes. I thought they were going to go with David Luiz, Socrates. Maybe they wanted a bit more pace with Mustafi and Mari, if they can give that to Arsenal, but we'll just have to see. As they've just got out onto the pitch, City are taking off their jackets that they usually wear when they're going onto the pitch. It's filled to the brim with banners for City. Hopefully we get a good game, goals, everyone is as fit as they can be really during these times. I'm hoping for a De Bruyne masterclass. That'll be fantastic, especially after 3 months or exactly 100 days without football. But we are close to kick off, 2 minutes, and I've got it as full time. I do apologise. I'll change that. It's from the last stream. Oh, there we go. But it is about to start the game. A little video at City here, I think, talking about Black Lives Matter. Yeah, there you go. Obviously, we saw in the Aston Villa Sheffield United game where they took the knee as the whistle went. Presuming they'll do that again, as they do. I think it's around a 30-second silence in the centre circle, because I don't think it's a minute. Because the one against the one Aston Villa and Sheffield United, that was not a minute silence. No way. So close to kick off. It's a bit awkward doing this when there's a minute silence going on. Obviously, Black Lives Matter is a massive campaign that's going on, especially in the last few weeks due to the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Wow, got that out in the end. Obviously, the protests have been strong in America, and hopefully they continue to do so as well. And I think this is actually a minute silence this time. The one Aston Villa Sheffield did, I swear that was not a minute silence. No way, it went too quick. I'm very excited for the first big game for the return. There's obviously games in hand for the teams. This is why they're getting played on the Wednesday, because they are, like I said, games in hand. So after this, everyone would have played at 29 games of the season. At 1:15, still doing this minute silence, so this is definitely a minute. Obviously, they've got Black Lives Matter on their shirts instead of their names. They've got NHS hearts in the centre, so like in my shirt, it'd be here. So, glad to see the Premier League doing something about this, not just batting an eye over it and acting like it's not really happening, which is hard to do because it's such a big topical subject right now. But in the absolute pouring rain we're about to get underway, Guardiola's getting absolutely soaked. The last kind of weather you'd want after this, and they're getting a countdown on the screen here of all the City fans. 3, 2, 1. We're not really here. That's kind of their logo. He's blew the whistle, down on one knee, and we're going to start the game. About to kick off. Eddie Nketiah will be kicking it off for us, and we have Arsenal right to left, City left to right. Is Mustafi, who deploys himself on the right hand side of the backs of the two centre backs, sends it long, and it goes out for a City throw in on this right hand side. It'll be Kyle Walker to take a quick throw in towards Edison, and they do have two screens behind the two goals with City fans. I don't know if it's pictures. I think it is just pictures of City fans, not like a live reaction or anything. Give the team a little bit of sense that the fans are there with them, supporting them despite not being able to be there. As De Bruyne can switch it to the left to Mendy, nice ball, showing De Bruyne hasn't lost his passing ability. It goes to Gundogan, poor touch from the German midfielder, and Saka can leech onto the ball, and he gives it to Guendouzi, backwards towards Bellerin, finds Mustafi. On the ball, not much of a real press as of yet, but Mahrez does start to get the press going a little bit quicker. As Leno has to send it long towards Nketiah, who's got in behind the defensive. Laporte, he's in behind. He's tried to dink over Edison inside the box over the bar. Massive chance. He was offside, but that was way too easy for Nketiah. On loan at Leeds during the season, he was offside as City were right on the halfway line. He was just inside the City half. Over Laporte. In behind, just on the edge of the box, tried to think over Edison, too much power on it, well over, but, promising start. Promising start. As we are a minute and 40 in, Edison with a free kick, goes to Eric Garcia to his right. Number 50 for Manchester City. Goes to Jesus, tries to get it wide right to Mahrez, intercepted by Aubameyang, who seems to be playing on the left-hand side. Poor possession from Arsenal, and it falls to Gundogan. He loses the ball, deflects off an Arsenal man. It seems like an Arsenal player's gone down injured there. But the ball's gone on towards Nketiah against Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker uses his strength to keep the ball and goes to De Bruyne. Lays it off to Edison, right in front of his goal. Gets a pass away to Sterling. He's dropped into the centre of the pitch. Lays it off to Silva. Now Mendy can burst down the left-hand side. Gets a cross in towards Sterling. Clatters with Pablo Mari. And I think a free kick's being given on the edge. Don't think it was quite an intentional foul, but it was a foul nonetheless, and it's a free kick in De Bruyne territory. Very wet pitch for City and Arsenal, so there'll be a lot of slipping and sliding, I think. Oh, it's a definite foul though from Pablo Mari. No slipping about that. Clatters into Raheem Sterling. Dangerous area for a free kick here. De Bruyne looking for his 9th goal of the season. There's about 5 City players stood over it. De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez and David Silva. Mahrez and Sterling are walking away from it. Gundogan still hovering over it. Right on the edge. Literally, this is 19 yards out. Can we get the first goal of the return of the Premier League? One of the best in the Premier League is Kevin De Bruyne. Can he get that goal? The Belgium steps up. Over the wall. I think it was tipped over by Bernd Leno. It was on his side of the goal. So was expected to make the save. But still had to be made. Had to jump. Not too much of a challenge for the German. But save still had to be made. His corner's taken short on it's schoolboy. Mahrez went short to De Bruyne. De Bruyne laid it back off to Mahrez and he was offside from the corner position. And there'll be a free kick to Arsenal. 4 minutes in. City 0. Arsenal 0. Guardiola versus Mikel Arteta. can we get a good game between the two managers? Both Spanish. Both came through Barcelona's academy. Seems like, I think it's Pablo Mari's really suffered an injury after that collision with Raheem Sterling for the free kick. Could be seeing an early change here. Did see, or is it? Oh, actually, as Granit Xhaka actually collided with Guendouzi in the centre of the park. Sorry about that. It's Granit Xhaka. What a scalp this could be for Mikel Arteta against Guardiola. If he was to win a game, this is the one secretly he would really want to win, as he did leave City on the 19th of December and joined Arsenal on the 22nd. Seems like Granit Xhaka's got a problem with maybe his Achilles. Yeah, he's saying no, we need to be subbed. It did seem like quite a nasty collision with, I think it was Gundogan and Guendouzi. Totally accidental, but besides the point, still seemed quite nasty on his right foot. Granit Xhaka comes back. Again, obviously no injury's good, but I'm glad that it's just muscular. And they're calling Dani Ceballos down from the stands, I think, or from the changing room, because he will be the one who's going to be replacing Granit Xhaka. If Ceballos does join, it'll be his 15th appearance in the league. No goals for him yet in the league. One in the Europa League, though, against Gameres. But Dani Ceballos getting stripped off. He will be coming on. Granit Xhaka will no longer be playing. I think that injury as well, he picked it up in around the second minute as well. So literally 120 seconds and he's off injured. But if you are new here, please subscribe and like my Stockport County Football Manager series. Oh, it looks like he's just gone over it, actually. I don't think there's much of a collision. But yeah, if you're interested, there is a Football Manager series. Trying to get to the National League, to the Premier League with Stockport County. So go and give that a watch. New episode out tomorrow. Episode 6 that'll be. And yeah, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you know when I go live or upload an episode of the Rising of Stockport County. But yeah, Granit Xhaka on the stretcher here. Bad start. But like I said, I'm glad it's just not like a muscular injury just because like the rush back or the not to fitness or the not to full fitness. So I'm just glad about that, really. But obviously it's not great to have an injury. Because I was watching a game, Turkish League. It was Galatasaray. I think Muslera, the goalkeeper, he suffered a broken leg. And I think another player, Adone, who plays for Brighton, I think is on loan at Galatasaray, I think, if it's him. He also looks like he suffered a very nasty leg injury. Could even be a broken leg for him as well. But Granit Xhaka has been replaced by Dani Ceballos, number 8. Obviously lost his captaincy on the 27th of October. Granit Xhaka due to that incident at home at Crystal Palace where he was booed off as he felt like he should have been dropped. Despite that, he actually got an assist in that game against Crystal Palace, despite all that all the incident that happened. But Dani Ceballos on loan from Real Madrid is on. He'll deploy. I need to stop saying deploy. He'll put himself next to Guendouzi in the two holding midfielder roles. As we have started again with Leno with a long ball towards Nketiah over his head. Dani Ceballos picks up the ball from a De Bruyne mistake, tries to lay it through to Eddie Nketiah. Heavy touch. Ederson can come and collect. Dangerous though from Arsenal. They've had the better chances as a counter-attack's on. De Bruyne to the left of David Silva. Nice control from the Spaniard, leaving at the end of this year. David Silva tries to go through towards Jesus, gets in between the two centre-backs. Big tackle from Pablo Mari out for a corner. Nicely done by Jesus. Had to make that tackle there. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Good counter-attack though from City with pace as well. As De Bruyne will be putting this cross in. Top assister by 4 assists. Arnold on 12. Trent Alexander-Arnold on 12. Crossed in. Lovely ball towards Laporte. Headed away. Falls to Mahrez who strikes it off Sterling, who's in an offside position. I think will just be a corner anyway. I mean a goal kick, sorry. I think Mahrez is putting for a corner, but he volleyed it at Sterling, so it's definitely an Arsenal ball, whichever way it's given, corner or goal kick, a goal kick or a free kick. But it actually came off Bellerin, so it could be another corner here. If they gave a goal kick, that's wrong, because that came off Bellerin's head, which I didn't actually see until the replay. I think it is a goal kick. Wow, it should have been a corner, that. Came off Bellerin, not Sterling. Long ball from Leno to the right-hand side of Arsenal, where Saka is playing at this game. Obviously, more known for playing left-back this season. Had a fantastic spell at left-back, to be fair to him. 3 assists this season. in the Premier League. So got a throw in for City. It's gone to Laporte, Ederson, Garcia. We're just under 10 minutes in. Still 0-0. Unbeaten this year so far. Arsenal in the Premier League. 4 wins, 4 draws, 4 clean sheets. So Arteta will be desperate to keep that run going. Leno has the ball for Arsenal. Goes long again to this right hand side towards Saka. He'll challenge against Mendy and he'll win the header, but he'll be offside again for Saka. That's twice now. Arsenal attackers have been caught offside and De Bruyne takes a quick free kick to David Silva to his left. Turns Joe Willock and goes back to Gundogan. Walker comes inside to the midfield role to get the ball and lay it off to Garcia. Riyad Mahrez tries to play a in behind ball towards Jesus, too much on it. And he'll go out for a goal kick. We've played exactly 10 minutes. City 0, Arsenal 0. Next commentary is on Friday night. Tottenham versus Manchester United. Same time, 8:15. Make sure you are here if you need a commentary for the game. We've got Bernd Leno. Goes inside to Guendouzi. Is able to turn and gets it to Kieran Tierney on the left. Suffered bad injuries this season, Tierney, but he's playing today. Shrugs off to Kevin De Bruyne. Goes inside nicely towards Dani Ceballos. Tries to poke it forward towards Nketiah. Dispossessed by Garcia. Falls to Mahrez. Inside the City half. Lays it off to Aymeric Laporte. Also an injury-struck season for him. Picked his first injury that caused all these problems against Brighton. Missed 21 league games because of it. Obviously started to make a return against Sheffield United away. And here he's on the ball again, trying to push it into the Arsenal half. And goes to Mendy on his left. David Silva, heavy touch from the Spaniard and it falls to Guendouzi. Joe Willock, can there be a counter-attacking behind here for Arsenal? He goes long to the left towards Aubameyang. Obviously a lot of contract talks with the Gabon striker. He lets it go out for a throw in for City, couldn't quite get on the end of the through ball. Be a lot of talks about his contract. As Nketiah closes down Garcia's pass for another Walker throw in towards City's corner flag. Throw in nicely done into the path of De Bruyne and he can run onto it. It's De Bruyne territory. This is what he's best at. He's got a ball around for Sterling and he'll go for it. He's found Sterling on the far left. Can he find the right man in the box? Goes inside, nicely blocked by Hector Bellerin and Saka can bring it out. Big chance for City. Well defended by Arsenal. Leaves the game at 0-0 still. Guendouzi now on the ball in the midfield. He's got the switch on to Saka on the right, but he'll go to Bellerin instead. He'll then force the ball over to Bukayo Saka. Bellerin again. To Mari. 2 Premier League appearances in the second Premier League, which is like the under-23s. Made 2 appearances for that. And he was actually at Man City from 2016 to 2019, making no senior appearances. He went on loan a few times until being sold to a Brazilian team. And Flamengo, and obviously from Flamengo he's gone to Arsenal. As Nketiah dropped deep for the ball and he's won it just on the halfway. They've got men over here, Arsenal. Hector Bellerin on the right. Saka's one of the men. And he'll go to him on the right. In the final third now, Arsenal. Crosses the ball towards Nketiah. Flicks it on. Oh, past the post. No corner given as well, I don't think. I think it was a volley gone wide by Eddie Nketiah. Nice by Saka though on the right hand side. Obviously on his weak side. Crosses it nicely. I think it came off the knee of Eddie Nketiah. And out for a goal kick. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. Commentaries, I think there's about 6 commentaries in the next 2 weeks. Or 2.5 weeks. So make sure you subscribe for them. The long ball from City's gone all the way to Bernd Leno. Guendouzi on the ball, dispossessed by Jesus. Actually, it's given as a foul. But like I said, I've got the commentaries written down here. Obviously, Arsenal playing City tonight, and then Spurs United, Leicester versus Brighton, Chelsea versus Man City, Brighton versus United, and City versus Liverpool. And the commentaries that are coming up in the next 2.5 weeks as Walker heads it back to Ederson from a long ball from Arsenal. Jamie Carragher has been given the role of seeing the game from a pitch side view, so obviously it'll be interesting to see from him. It's Benjamin Mendy on the left, goes to Aymeric Laporte behind him. Ederson brings it forward. No real press from him. Goes to the right to Walker, leaps the highest and wins the flick on towards Riyad Mahrez. Mari gets there first ahead of Mahrez. He gets there again. Poor header from Mari. And De Bruyne comes out with the ball and it's given as a foul. I think his boot was raised high, but I think there's a little bit of a cheap foul there. Yeah, De Bruyne's give him a bit of his mind, gives Ceballos a piece of his mind there. No, that was nothing wrong with that. Got to the ball first. I just don't think that's really a foul, in my opinion, as we've restarted with a long switch towards Saka on the right. Mendy gets there first, out for an Arsenal throw. If you've got any score predictions, put them in the chat. As we have a throw in here, taken quickly, gone to Mustafi. Obviously, Mustafi was at Everton in the under-23s from 2009 to 2012, making 34 appearances for the under-23s with 1 goal. So we've got Mari as well here on the ball, the other centre-back. But obviously, if there's one that knows Guardiola best, it is Mikel Arteta. So Arsenal have all the tools to win the game or get something from the game. It's just if they have the quality of players to do that, and we'll find out after 90 minutes as we've played 15 of those. And they've got a ball over to the left of Kieran Tierney. Aubameyang to his left, he'll use him. Gets the first time ball across, blocked by Walker out for a corner for Arsenal. Good start from the Gunners, 15 minutes in. Obviously, this will be a North London derby for Walker, formerly of Spurs. Walker has 1 goal versus Arsenal in the 17 appearances he's made against them. He'll be hoping to double that tally. Bukayo Saka will be the one who takes the corner. It'll be an outswinger towards the near post, headed away, I think, by Jesus on the near post. Fall to Hector Bellerin. He'll try and switch it to the corner taker again. Jesus there again first, and heads it out for an Arsenal throw-in. Clears any kind of danger. Charlie Messi goes 3-0. Who for? Is it for City, Arsenal? I'm going to presume you're saying City, but you just never know. Could be an Arsenal fan. Thank you for everyone who's here. 10 viewers currently. That's fantastic. Because I know there's a lot of watch-alongs and all that. So to know that they've got 10 people there listening to this commentary, now 12, it's fantastic to see. So make sure you subscribe. Literally 6 commentaries, I think, coming up in the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. You don't want to miss any of them with the return of the Premier League. So we have Leno on the ball in his box. Sorry for any buffer in there. Try and sort this out. Sorry about this. Try to sort the stream out. We should be okay here. Sorry for any buffering you got there. Arsenal, what score? Score do you think Arsenal's going to win? If they do. But sorry for any poor connection at the minute. It should smooth out in a sec. It's Kyle Walker's on the ball on the right hand side. Tries to take on Dani Ceballos. Big tackle from the Spaniard. Can't win the throw in. It'll be City's throw in instead. Throw into De Bruyne. Go to the left to Laporte. Mendy. Inside to Gundogan. Dinks the ball over the top towards Kevin De Bruyne. Falls to him. Goes to Mahrez. Spins to De Bruyne. Back to Mahrez on the right. Finds Walker in space. Go to the left. To now Sterling. To Mendy. Sorry, just try to sort the stream out. Kyle Walker on the ball though. There we go, back to excellent condition. And we'll go for a switch towards Mahrez. Kieran Tierney actually comes out with the ball there. Fantastically done by the Scottish defender, actually born in the Isle of Man. Plays for the Scotland international team. As a ball around the corner towards Nketiah was actually nicely intercepted by Eric Garcia. had to be made. That interception, that was crucial. Now with Laporte on the ball. Make sure you like the stream. Subscribe as well. We're just under 20 minutes in, still 0-0. We're still waiting for our first goal since the return of the Premier League. Obviously, we had a 0-0 between Aston Villa and Sheffield United, but should have been 1-0 Sheffield United. So that strange decision with the goal line technology. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I mean. It's Laporte on the ball to David Silva. Gundogan has to turn. Press from Guendouzi. Finds Eric Garcia. Around the corner towards Mahrez, and he pokes it to Walker to his right. Jesus is asking for it. He's going to run at Mahrez. He's got round him. Walker pulls it back towards nobody, and Joe Willock can deal with it. Didn't find the right pass there, Kyle Walker. Should have been a goal, really, if he found the right ball. And a free kick's been given to Arsenal as a pulls down Nketiah. Good run from Kyle Walker. Down that right-hand side, completely blitzed past Pablo Mari at centre-back. He looked really on the ropes there. The Spanish international. Goes round the team. Maybe could have got a shot away at Leno, but decides to square it towards Jesus. And weren't quite on the same wavelength, and Arsenal could have come, and Arsenal came out with the ball. Bit of a delay on the free kick here. Pablo Mari's now down injured. Sorry for this stream, I don't know what's going on with OBS. I do apologise. I think it might be another substitution here though for Arsenal. David Luiz getting stripped off. For Mari. Yeah, it will be David Luiz coming on, I think. Just getting a little warm up done before entering the game. Sorry for any kind of buffering. I don't know why this is happening. It never usually happens. Just a little bit of a break in the game again due to this Pablo Mari injury. Sorry about this buffering, I really don't know what's going on. Seems like we will be getting back underway though in a second. 23 minutes in, still 0-0. Not seen much of Sterling in this game as of yet. See, he had a poor 2020 really so far, but does have 11 goals in the league. Despite that, 5 goals in the Champions League as well. As David Luiz will be coming on now, see how he can deal with the attack of Manchester City. We know he's got a little bit of a mistake in him every now and then. David Luiz, see if that will be seen today. As Mari's second Premier League appearance has been cut short against his former team, Manchester City, that was there for 3 years. There's a long ball from David Luiz, finds Joe Willock. He flicked onto Bukayo Saka and he'll be offside, says the linesman. Free kick will be taken, as is showing Arteta. Absolutely drenched due to the heavy rain that's currently falling at the Etihad Stadium. As we have Eric Garcia on the ball from the free kick. Goes to Walker. Tries to find, I think Mari's down the line, but blocked off by Aubameyang out for a throw. Oh, that buffering really killed my viewers off there. It's Kyle Walker to De Bruyne. Nice spray ball to Benjamin Mendy. Finds David Silva. Turns inside to Sterling. Lays it back off towards Benjamin Mendy. To Laporte. Just on the halfway line. Finds Mendy in a bit of space. Bellerin has to come over. Big slide challenge and keeps the ball in. Nicely done from Hector Bellerin. Finds Joe Willock on the far right. Inside to Nketiah. And now to Saka on the right. In behind the defence. Good skill from the Arsenal player. Tries to find a ball around the corner towards Aubameyang. Read by Ederson. He was out. And De Bruyne makes a mistake. Eddie Nketiah to Aubameyang who strikes over the bar. The Belgian making a mistake that doesn't happen very often from Kevin De Bruyne. Who's rolled to him by Ederson. See what happens here. Rolled to him. Tries to pass it to Gundogan. A little bit off balance and he just gave it straight to Nketiah who laid it off to Aubameyang. And around 20 yards out, blazed it over the bar. Very unlike the Belgium. And that little misplaced pass. So we have Ederson to Laporte. Goes to Mendy. More chances are created on this left-hand side. Mendy. Tackled out for a throw, I think. Or did it bounce off Mendy again? It might have bounced off Mendy again. He can't show footage due to copyright, yeah. Yeah, I've explained that. Yeah. Anyone who joins can now know. Just get copyrighted, which we don't want. As Leno has the ball to David Luiz. Kieran Tierney. Back to David Luiz. He's come on due to an injury to Pablo Mari, the centre-back. David Luiz trying to come out with the ball. Has to go back to Kieran Tierney again. Let's hopefully not have 2 0-0 games on the return of the Premier League. Leno. Luiz to Leno again. Decent performance from Arsenal so far. Not really put a foot wrong as a long ball towards Nketiah finds Laporte. To David Silva. Sterling. De Bruyne who's latched onto the ball. 20 yards out. Fake shot. Gets it towards Mahrez. Nicely read from Ceballos. And can poke it down the line towards Tierney. He tries to find Aubameyang. Cut out by Kyle Walker. Tackled by Tierney. And Guendouzi can come out of the ball as he shields it away from Walker. Try to dribble past Jesus. Has to turn back to him to Kieran Tierney. Finds David Luiz. Sorry about the technical issues as well. That has happened twice now. Not sure why it's happening, but it is. I do apologise. There's a long ball towards Nketiah again, which it seems to be a bit of a theme that. It's been intercepted by Aymeric Laporte. 6'3" French defender. No cap yet for France, which I find ridiculous. But anyway, we've got Mendy, who has got a cap for France on the left. Obviously part of the World Cup squad. Didn't do anything to win the World Cup, but he was there nonetheless. As it's Mendy again to Jesus, who's dropped deep into the midfield to win the ball. Jesus trying to play a 1-2 with Sterling. Dispossessed by the Arsenal. And they can have the ball and they'll reset towards Bernd Leno. Thank you to everyone who is here. 11 views, nice. Leno goes along to the left this time towards Aubameyang. He'll let it over his head, trying to find Tierney, but he can just go out for a throw-in instead. Kieran Tierney had a massive misfortune with injury. Suffered a hip injury and then against West Ham away suffered a bad elbow injury. So that's kept him out for a majority of the season. Missed 17 league games because of injury. A long throw from Walker to the central part of the pitch towards Jesus can be laid off to David Silva. Benjamin Mendy. Just inside the Arsenal half will be Raheem Sterling. Got De Bruyne to his right. He'll use him. De Bruyne can run at the defence. Good tackle from Joe Willock. And that'll be a corner for Manchester City, I think. No, says the referee. De Bruyne is arguing his case, saying that should have been a corner. I thought it was. I thought it was tackled by Joe Willock, but obviously must have cannoned off De Bruyne afterwards. So we restart with David Luiz into Guendouzi. Finds Aubameyang in the middle of the park. Poor pass towards Guendouzi, and Guendouzi slips, leading De Bruyne away with the ball. Mahrez to his right. It's an easy pass for De Bruyne to get away, but he struggled to do so, and a counter-attack's on for Arsenal. Tierney's down the left. It's Ceballos on the ball. He's got Aubameyang in front of him, and Joe Willock to his right, and he'll use Joe Willock. Saka makes a run in behind. Has to hold the ball up right on the byline. Lays it back off to Willock. He gets a cross in towards Tierney at the back post. but he falls to Walker instead. He'll chest it back down to Ederson. Nicely done from the English international, and Ederson can grasp the ball with ease. I drop my pen again. I get too excited and I drop my pen. As Ederson rolls it out to Garcia, finds Laporte to his left. Half an hour played. City 0, Arsenal 0. To Jesus, dropped very deep for the ball here, Gabriel Jesus. 10 Premier League goals for him this season. One of the best backup strikers in the league. It's Walker around the corner to Mahrez. To Jesus, back to Mahrez. Has to fall to Eric Garcia. Riyad Mahrez. Laporte struggling to break through the Arsenal midfield and defence here. Manchester City. David Silva. Gundogan. Mahrez. Goes to the left to Sterling. Can he keep it in? Can't quite keep it in. Out for a goal kick. For Arsenal, City just struggling a little bit here. They'll be hoping to end this this little bad spell of form in this game. It's not really been able to get a foothold at all. It's a ball over the top towards Nketiah. Chested down nicely. No free kicks as the referee for offside. But Walker with a massive slide tackle wins it back in the City half. And De Bruyne slides a nice ball towards David Silva. Couldn't have been intercepted by Guendouzi despite the outstretched leg. And he goes to Sterling. Back to Silva. Gundogan in the middle. De Bruyne to Walker. And then we'll just keep ball here for City. With Laporte. He's got men in front of him. He'll use De Bruyne. Gundogan, De Bruyne again. Around 25 yards out, De Bruyne will shoot. Blocked. Cannons off Guendouzi. Unfortunately falls to Silva for City. Gundogan tries to find David Silva, intercepted, and Guendouzi can come out of the ball. He's got options to his right, where it's Joe Willock. Won't use him, will instead turn back to David Luiz. Just a matter of keeping the ball for Arsenal. Ceballos, far left. Again, just lays it off to David Luiz. They don't want to lose the ball here, Arsenal, understandably so. City are dangerous on the counter-attack. David Luiz, a risky ball towards Ceballos. Fortunately, just gets away with it as De Bruyne was breathing down the Spaniard's neck. And it's David Luiz with a long over-the-top ball towards Nketiah. Eric Garcia pulling him to the ground. No foul, says the referee. As there's a little bit scrappy on the edge of the City box and Walker can clear. Looks like a clear foul, but it might have just been a bit of both there. As Gundogan comes out of the ball for City. Knocks it down to Mahrez inside the City half. Yeah, it looks like a clear foul from Garcia pulling Nketiah, but it could have been, like I said, a mixture of both players kind of pulling each other. So it's Eric Garcia on the ball here. We'll go to Laporte. Again, no goals still. Kevin De Bruyne. This is a stream, and I'm watching a stream as well of the game. Well, it's the full service of the game, but I mean, because it's like not on the TV box, it means I'm 30 seconds behind as well. So if there's any goals, don't put it in the chat. Don't spoil anything for any of the viewers who maybe not be able to watch the game at all. But yeah, I think that Eddie Nketiah and Eric Garcia was just a little bit of both. But for me, it seemed like Eric Garcia was the one just pulling Nketiah down. City still had the ball here. Eric Garcia just playing it around the back, trying to find some gaps in between the Arsenal midfield and defence. There's a short ball to De Bruyne by Garcia, is intercepted by Joe Willock, and Nketiah can try and set off Bukayo Saka, but he's been dispossessed by Laporte. Finds De Bruyne. Nice ball round the corner to David Silva. He's got Sterling to his left. He'll use him inside the final third. Sterling cutting onto his right. Shoots across the goal. Nice save from Bernd Leno down to his left. Out for a City corner. First real opportunity for City for open play, other than that Walker cutback around 10-15 minutes ago. It was Sterling against Hector Bellerin, was allowed to get the shot on his right. Easy save for Leno, but had to be made. And it's out for a corner. 34 minutes played. City 0, Arsenal 0. So I think it'll be an outswinger from De Bruyne, more unlikely. Let's see. No, it's Mahrez. Going to be an in-swinger. Or is actually going to lay it off short to Mahrez? We'll have to see. Thank you for everyone who's here. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Be a massive help to me. Goes to Walker near the edge of the box. Lays it back off to Mahrez. On his weaker side. Had to cut in. Does so. Block cross by Saka. De Bruyne. Bit of a waste of a corner here as Gundogan needs to try and find a pass through. Goes to Walker on his right again. Goes for the cross, fakes it, goes into Silva instead. Jesus lays it off to Gundogan around 40 yards out. Now to Jesus on the edge of the box. He's got Mendy to his left. He'll go inside to Silva instead, spins. Nice shot by Leno on his left hand and cleared away by Ceballos. Fantastic save down low to his left there, Leno. 2 saves in a matter of 2 minutes from the German to keep this game at 0-0. City comes again with Gundogan. To Mendy on the left. Saka's there, can't block the cross, and it's long all the way to the opposite side to Mahrez. 1-on-1 with Tierney. Onto his left, onto his right. Going to lay it off to Kevin De Bruyne. And they'll just go back towards Laporte and Garcia, and Arsenal can push her out of the pitch here. Great save though from Leno on David Silva. Got it low on the ground, which are the hardest ones to save, but a strong left hand from Leno, like I said, keeps it at 0-0. He's got Walker. To Laporte to his left on the halfway line now. Eric Garcia to Mahrez. Back to Garcia. Seems to be playing absolutely fine, Eric Garcia. Sorry, my series just gone off. Oh, okay. As Walker's got it. To De Bruyne. Just about gets there. Ceballos tries to intercept. De Bruyne to Sterling. Again, he's going to cut in on the edge of the box to his right foot. To De Bruyne, tries to go one more to Gundogan, intercepted by Nketiah. Counter-attack on. Kieran Tierney down the left. Aubameyang's making a running behind. Strays offside, but will switch it instead to Saka on the right. Laporte needs to intercept it and does it very nicely with the right boot. And it falls to Ederson, and he can lay it off to Garcia, and City can just start to rebuild another attack. 36 minutes played. Manchester City 0, Arsenal 0. Sorry about that, Siri. I kind of lean on my phone and obviously must have set Siri off. Sorry about that. Laporte though on the ball to Eric Garcia. City have been very much in control of this meeting in the last 5 Premier League meetings. They've won all 5. Going from the last game, they've won 3-0, 3-1, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. So you know they love scoring 3 goals against Arsenal. As David Silva gets it on the left to Sterling. Back to Silva. Bounces off him, gets it inside, lays it off to De Bruyne on the edge. Finds Mahrez in behind. Leno comes out and big save again from Bernd Leno. That's 3 saves in a matter of 4 minutes from the German, and it stays 1-0. Stays 0-0, sorry. Good start from the German keeper. Good ball through from De Bruyne to Mahrez. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Broke the offside trap. Leno there to save Arsenal once again. Leno, 36 goals conceded this season, 7 clean sheets. If he's going off this form, he's lucky to make that 8 clean sheets. As they've got Laporte on the ball. All the outfield players are in the City half. Laporte, nice long switch towards Mahrez. Kieran Tierney intercepts out for a throw-in in the final third for City. 37.5 minutes played, still 0-0. I just want a goal. Didn't get one in the first game of the return of the Premier League. But can we get one in this game? You'd think so. You would think so. Laporte, Mahrez, Mendy, Laporte, Ederson. Goes along towards Jesus, knocks it down to De Bruyne. Not many options for the Belgian, but he'll use Gundogan to his left. First Guardiola signing was Gundogan in 2016. Here he's on the ball again. Scored against Aston Villa this season. To Silva. Back to De Bruyne. Gundogan. Sweeps it to the right to Walker. Mahrez on the right. He'll use him. He'll go inside to De Bruyne again. Nice ball to Sterling. He's got a score. Tries to dink it over Leno. Over the bar. Sterling maybe should have drilled that in. Or squared it to the plays he had to his left. But decided to go for the dink. Wasn't really a viable option for Raheem Sterling. He beat the offside trap. It was a great run. Maybe should have gone for through the legs of Leno or gone to the side, but dinks it way over the bar. And it stays 0-0, but City are very slowly building into this game, and not long until they probably find the breakthrough. Now we have some live reaction from City on the Zoom there, behind the goal. Make sure you're here though, Friday, same time, Tottenham versus United, Mourinho versus Solskjaer. You do not want to miss that commentary. There's Kieran Tierney down the left, goes towards Ceballos, met by Walker. I think there's a bit of a high boot there and a foul from Kyle Walker on Ceballos. He goes down, holding his right foot. He'll be okay to carry on. Been good though, Ceballos, since coming on for the injured Xhaka within literally 2 minutes of the game. Got himself about, working hard for the team. Great to see Laporte though playing now for City. They've really missed him this season. You can tell that's why they haven't been anywhere near Liverpool. They probably wouldn't have been near Liverpool anyway, but I think Laporte being missing really didn't help them try and keep up with Liverpool. It's Tierney. As we restart to David Luiz. Just on the edge of the Arsenal box. We'll bring it forward to Tierney. Instead go to Leno behind him. Not much of a real press from City. As he can get it easily out to Tierney. Again back to David Luiz. Can they get it forward? So Mustafi. Nicely done past Sterling. And goes to Bellerin on his right. Scored against Chelsea in that 2-2 away draw. And he goes over the top towards Saka. Caught offside again. Saka scored 2 goals against the under-23s of Manchester City on the 14th of January of 2019 in a 5-1 win. I think Nketiah was part of the scoring that night as well. Shows how far he's come within a matter of a year. In a year and a half, actually. We're actually already halfway through this year. But City have had 3 clear-cut chances with Mahrez and Sterling and David Silva. But Leno was there to meet 2 of them. The Silva and the Mahrez one. And obviously Sterling dinked his over the bar. Ederson on the ball. So come back from the replays. Go Garcia to his right. De Bruyne turns. Goes to Laporte. Inside to Silva. Gundogan. 7 attempts for City, 2 for Arsenal. And only the 4 on target for City and none on target for Arsenal. Ederson not having to be troubled yet as he goes towards Kyle Walker. Pushes Tierney in the back and gives away a foul in a dangerous area to Kyle Walker's surprise. Just leans in there, Kyle Walker, and sends Kieran Tierney flying over his back, landing awkwardly. Cheap foul to give away. City don't have the tallest team really. 5'10" of Garcia, 5'10" of Walker, 6'1" of Mendy, 6'3" of Laporte. So a few tall players, but not many in the defensive area. Obviously a very high line is going to be put on by Manchester City to try and defend this free kick. No subscribers gained yet, so if you haven't, be that one to gain me a subscriber. Really mean a lot. Be Ceballos to take. No, he'll dummy it for Saka. Dangerous ball in, all the way through the crowd and out for a goal kick. It was Mustafi who was stretching for it and wasn't too far away, the German. His 9th appearance of the season. No cards at all for the German as well, which I thought was surprising. I thought he may have picked up a booking in at least one of those games. Also, like I mentioned, the commentary tomorrow of Tottenham United. We also have a new episode of The Rising of Stockport County, my Football Manager save. Episode 6 tomorrow. As there's a counter-attack on for City as they win it to Silva. So go back to Mendy. Just pokes it towards Laporte. Long ball looking for, I think, Sterling, but intercepted by David Luiz. Heads it to Guendouzi. Pushed over by Gundogan. Foul won by Arsenal. Goes long towards Aubameyang. Easy header away from Garcia, but I think the referee wasn't ready to play on. So he's pulled it back for the Arsenal free kick. Been really impressed with Guendouzi and Ceballos in this game. Those 2 holding midfielders really kept City quiet in the midfield area anyway, when they've had to be all as best as they can. But we are a minute and 15 seconds away from the 45th minute, and it is still 0-0. Arsenal have held themselves with credit so far. They've conceded a few big chances, but City haven't taken them. So they'll be very happy with this, Mikel Arteta. As David Luiz goes long towards Kieran Tierney on the left. He gets dispossessed by Walker and it falls to De Bruyne. Tries to lay it off to Mahrez. He gets dispossessed by Guendouzi and he can come out the ball, but he has lost the ball towards Gundogan. Mahrez it falls to, lays back off to Walker. Then finds Eric Garcia in the end. Eric Garcia on the bench for the reverse fixture starts it this time. So we've got Mendy. Lays it off to Sterling. Finds Laporte on the halfway. Towards Eric Garcia again. Garcia to Jesus. Pushed over and fouled by Mustafi as Jesus dropped deep. Mustafi not happy with the foul being given. I think he was a little bit soft. Nah, bundles him over. Foul 5 seconds away from the 45th minute, still 0-0. I've gained an extra like, whoever that was. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. As it's Mahrez and De Bruyne stood over it. I'd say it's about 40 yards out. They try and take a quick one to Walker. And the referee has said, look, wait for me. Wait for me. As 3 minutes has been added on, and only 3 minutes to be fair, with the injuries of Xhaka and Mari coming off. The Xhaka one, I think, in itself took 3 minutes. So I thought there might have been at least 5 that were added on, but obviously not. Not much really to play for City as they fall into second on 57 points. A lot to play for Arsenal as they could go 7th with a win. Currently 9th with 40 points. De Bruyne will put a ball in. Poor easily headed away from Joe Willock. Only as far as Gundogan on the edge. Gets it to Sterling on the left. Have to look back towards Mendy. But instead goes all the way round to Gundogan. Only just gets to him. Mendy, nutmeg Ceballos. Round him and falls to Garcia. To Walker. Just on the halfway, he's got De Bruyne to his right and Mahrez inside. Uses De Bruyne instead. He's going to look for a ball around the corner towards Sterling. David Luiz can't deal with it, and it does fall to Sterling, who absolutely smashes it into the top left corner. And it's Raheem Sterling who gets the first goal on the return of the Premier League. It's been 100 days since the break of the Premier League, and we're back with a bang. And Sterling's the one who's got it. It's a mistake from David Luiz, and I said when he came on, and everyone knows he's got a mistake in him. It was a nice eventful ball from De Bruyne around the corner. It seemed it would be easily dealt with by David Luiz, and he just doesn't seem to get his bearings right. Doesn't even go to swing for the ball. It just bounces off his thigh, and it's smashed in by Raheem Sterling. Oh, it's poor from David Luiz on the edge of the box. If he just literally taps it out, and he could get a throw in from that, but no. Off his thigh, around the corner for Sterling, 6 yards out, 1-on-1 with Leno, no chance of stopping it, and it's 1-0 Manchester City. Right on the stroke of half-time, we've got our first goal since the return of the Premier League. And from the kick-off, we've got David Silva to Jesus, who's dropped deep again. It's actually Mahrez to Laporte. Got Mendy to his left. Will he use him? He'll go inside to Gundogan instead, just inside the City half. David Silva. Kyle Walker. Eric Garcia. Mendy. Jesus' first league goal against... Sterling's league goal against Arsenal. Got one in the reverse fixture, actually, in the 15th minute. So he's done the double against Arsenal as Mahrez tries to get around his man. He's met with Guendouzi. A little bit scrappy in the midfield, and Gundogan wins the foul as he's just been pushed over there by Guendouzi in the end. We've played the 3 minutes added on, but we've got a free kick with Manchester City. Will they be able to take it? A free kick I think that they got. I think they went for a long range effort, try to catch Leno out, but from that we have hit half time. And a late goal in the half by Raheem Sterling from a De Bruyne ball, which was, like I said, latched on by Sterling. It was a mistake from David Luiz as he wasn't able to deal with the ball. And after a strong half from Arsenal, staying in the game, one costly mistake has meant they're going in at half time 1-0 down. But at least we've got our first goal back. And out of all the people as well, it's Raheem Sterling. One of the biggest advocates for this Black Lives Matter movement in the Premier League. So I'm very glad that it's him who's got the goal. Obviously, a little bit of a poor 2020 for him so far. struggled a little bit, received a little bit of stick, but that was his first goal since the game against Wolves on the 27th of December 2019. That's how long he's had to wait. It's great to see that he scored. If you've got any questions for me at half time, let me know. If you want to go and watch an episode of the Rising of Stockport County, my FM save linked in the description, you can do. So many people doing watch-alongs. It's staggering. Yeah, 5 episodes out so far of my Football Manager save. The 6th one's out tomorrow. And then the commentary is also going to be Tottenham versus United on Friday night. Just going to add something to the stream. Just give me a second. It's going to come up on the top right. I know it's going over the text, don't worry. But Manchester United looks better, doesn't it? I should have done this at the start, but it's just come to me now. There we go. I know that took up the whole screen. I'll minimise it now. Where should I put it? I'll get this sorted so I can actually put it where you can see it. I'll just put it there. Nice little gap. A little bit scruffy with the presentation, but I can get it sorted. It's just an idea that's come to my head now. But if you've seen the other game, that goal that didn't actually stand when it went over the line in the Aston Villa Sheffield United game, if you've got any thoughts on that, let me know, because that was a shocking decision from whatever. If it was the goal line technology that wasn't working or whatever, it was still shocking. Sterling 47th minute goal. Obviously Arsenal suffered 2 injuries. Let me see what Guardiola said it before the game, because I didn't hear it because I went live just beforehand. Not telling me anything. Nice. Okay. Obviously as well, big shout out to Marcus Rashford for the work he is doing for young children and the school meals during the summer holidays. He wrote a letter to the government, firstly denied, and they did a U-turn on the decision instead and decided to go ahead with it. I think it's £20 million there put in towards the campaign that Marcus Rashford did. He says he wants to help more, which is fantastic, and he'll be very much respected by every team in football now, no matter what team you support. What he did was fantastic. But yeah, 0-0. 0-0? 1-0 at half-time, sorry. Let me just check, see what any social medias are saying. Let's see. See any thoughts? I always like to see any memes that come out or anything like that on the games that are live. So let's just have a quick look. Let's have a look. I hope there's some good ones, because it is Arsenal at the end of the day and David Luiz, so it wouldn't surprise me if someone's come up with anything. Let's have a look. Analysis from Mika Richards, Jamie Carragher. Right, let's have a look. I don't think anything's been said. Oh, for God's sake. There is one in it. As you can see, like I've said, the screens at the behind the goal and three of the TV screens weren't filled in, and they've said Man City can't even fill their own fan cams. Fantastic. It's great. I think literally that is the only meme that's come out of the game. Oh well. But yeah, the people are absolutely slating the goal line technology for the mistake they made on that Villa goal. It was mental. Absolutely mental. But yeah, make sure you're here for the second half. Should be good. I think there'll be more goals for sure. City were starting to really cause problems. Yeah. But might as well use some of the stats that I might not use in the game while I can. I do all these stats and I kind of get dragged into the game and then I don't use them. What happened with the Villa goal? Good question. I should really explain that. Basically, ball came in. I think it was Norwood. Just like a usual diagonal free kick. Nothing special about it. Caught it. He must have tripped or stumbled and then fell into one of his players. And like that, he fell into the goal onto the post. It clearly went over the line. And the goal wasn't given because apparently goal line technology wasn't switched on. And for some reason VAR didn't check it, don't know why, and then it wasn't given as a goal, and Sheffield United have lost a massive 2 points in that game. So yeah, and what finished Raheem Sterling? Yes, it was a good goal, to be fair. Volleyed straight into the top left corner. But yeah, madness in the Villa game. If you've not seen it, YouTube it, because it's mental. You need to see it to actually believe it. It's right, the goal line technology wasn't working. Okay, right. That is poor, but whatever. But the fact that VAR didn't even go back and check up on it, that's annoyed me. Should have gone back and checked it. Can't believe that was the only meme I saw from social media. That was a joke. City about how they can't even fill their own screens, fan cam screens. Shocking. Should be coming close to the second half now. By 9:15, we'll kick off in about 2 or 3 minutes, I think. Hopefully we get some more goals. I'm expecting a good game as well in the next commentary, Tottenham United. And like I said, after that we have got... I'll actually check when these games are on. See, I've got distracted from the notes I was going to say. I'll go through that in a minute. Tell you when my next commentaries are. So after the Spurs United one on the Friday, we've got Leicester versus Brighton at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, and then after that we've got on the Thursday Chelsea at Stamford Bridge against Manchester City at 8:15, and then we have got Brighton versus Manchester United on the Tuesday 8:15 again, and then on the Thursday we have got Manchester City versus Liverpool 8:15, 2nd of July. And then after that, we'll have to see when the next games are confirmed to be played, because they haven't been confirmed yet. Seriously, wasn't switched on. Yeah, was not switched on. That's what they've said anyway. They said his watch didn't vibrate. That says if it's a goal or not. Because I'm not going to lie, I was watching the game and the Sheffield United players really celebrated and shouted and screamed, and it wasn't given, so I laughed. I was like, haha, like mugs. And then I've seen the replay, and oh my days, it was so far over the line. I wasn't even like, oh, maybe just off. It was over the line. The replay show it. Shocking. Anyway, right, let's do some of these stats, eh? Which one should we go with? Which one did I find most interesting? Oh yeah, I like this one. City in the league have actually missed the most big chances with 62 in the league, despite Arsenal being 18th in that department, only missing 25 big chances. My argument to that is you've got to make the big chances to miss them. So obviously that means City are creating a lot of big chances, maybe just not taking as many as they should. Do you think United will get into the Champions League? No. To put it bluntly. Liverpool, City, Leicester, Chelsea. Unless anything, like any of those teams get into bad run of form during the because of this break, that's how it'll go. I think United will just miss out. Get the table up quick. See the whole image. Table. Yeah, United. You can see our fifth, 3 points behind Chelsea, but I just don't know. Can't see it. That Sheffield United point. Those extra 2 points would have put them above United on 46 points in fifth and only 2 behind Chelsea. Because obviously they've played the game in hand now. Everyone's going to be on 29 after these fixtures. Oh, that is actually shocking. If I'm Sheffield United, I am fuming on different magnitudes. But yeah, this is the 198th meeting between the two teams. City have won 56, Arsenal have won 96. Their first meeting was Woolwich Arsenal, which they were founded, Woolwich. They beat City, who were called Ardwick, 1-0 on the 11th of November 1893 in League Division 2. So a long time ago, to say the least. And in the Premier League and one League Cup game, this is a mad fact, from 1992 to 2006, City failed to beat Arsenal. Mental. And in the first Premier League meeting, Arsenal won 1-0 at Highbury. Ian Wright with the goal in 1992 on the 20th of September. Some nice little facts there for you, if you didn't know. See, David Luiz came on as a sub for Mari and was at fault for the goal. Oh, it does not help himself. And he's looking for a new contract at Arsenal, and after that, why would you give him a new one? Because Mustafi, who's had a lot of hate this season, has actually played well tonight for Arsenal, so he's unfortunate to go in 1-0 down as a defender with no clean sheet. Near close to half time. Or to the end of half time, into the second half. It should be a few minutes now. It's gone on longer than I thought, to be fair, this half. Let me get up a stat as well about my channel that annoys me. This is why I ask people to subscribe, because of this. Let me go into my analytics quickly. Analytics. Doing well. Let me see. Audience. So, watch time from subscribers. So, this is my watch time. 48% of you who watch are not subscribed. Only takes one click of a button and you've done it. So, it doesn't take long. Just get it done. Subscribe. And everyone's happy. And everyone's happy. We have done really well during the introduction. Wow, I can't believe I struggle so badly to say that. The introduction of football, we have done very well on the views, subscribers. So, all thanks to you. So thank you for that. So we're about to restart for the second half. You're still going 4-0 City? Who said I'm going 4-0 City? I never said anything like that. What? We'll see. As Gundogan has started the game, flicked on by Walker, cleared away from Luiz, and the second half has begun. City kicking right to left, aiming towards their kind of family stand area, and Arsenal kicking towards the away stand where that would be located. We've got Laporte on the ball. Goes to Mendy on his left, back towards Ederson. Before Mendy even passed that ball, Arteta knew exactly where that was going. Arteta has obviously such a good understanding of the City team, was there for 3.5 years, was pretty much detrimental to the success of the team. Guardiola says he had a big impact on the success. It's Laporte to Ederson. De Bruyne's gone deep, just back to Ederson, not taking any risks. Laporte dinks it nicely towards Jesus, doesn't win the header, but it does go out for a City throw-in in the end. Mustafi again playing well, winning that header. He seems to have dried up in Manchester as Jesus trying to battle for the ball against Guendouzi from the throw-in. He does come out of it, he lays it off to Silva, finds De Bruyne, Walker to his right, met by Aubameyang. To De Bruyne, closed down by Nketiah. Can lay it off in time to Walker before being dispossessed. Garcia, who's played well today as well so far. Not many, 2 bad performances. It was a very even game until that one mistake from David Luiz. As Ederson goes long, trying to find Mahrez, brings it down nicely. Leno was there to read it and gathered the ball. Good ball though from Ederson, good thinking, magnificent vision from the Brazilian, number 2, which is mad to think that they've got a keeper better than Ederson. That shows the keepers they are producing in Brazil. Well, good ball over the top, got it into the box, in behind the defence, but Leno was there to meet it as the ball did bounce. And Leno's got it, try to spray it to the left to Kieran Tierney, too high, throw in for City in the final third. Quickly taken by De Bruyne, finds Mahrez, inside to Gundogan, a little bit of space, met by his ex-Dortmund teammate Aubameyang. Gundogan still on the ball, can go to his left to Laporte. Laporte trying to get past Nketiah. Nketiah bundles him to the ground and wins it fairly, showing his strength. Sets off Saka down the left, or down the right should I say. 1-on-1 with Mendy. Goes inside to Joe Willock, tries to backheel it back into the path of Saka, but it's cleared away, only as far as Bellerin. Tries to take on Silva, but Silva can cover behind him and win the ball back. Sterling just passing the halfway line, centre of the pitch. He's got De Bruyne to his right, he'll use him, passes it in front of him, inside the box. De Bruyne shoots. Cannons off Kieran Tierney, only as far as Riyad Mahrez. Gundogan gets it to Mendy on the right. Just going to take that message away so people don't think I've actually said 4-0 City and think I'm a biased commentator. As we've got Mendy, dinks it over to Garcia on the halfway line. The City have had to go backwards. I need to hold on before the telly goes off. I need to say I'm still there. There we go. City still got the ball with Laporte. Gundogan just on the halfway, trying to find a way through the resolute Arsenal defence, which was very resolute before. Again, like I've said, that mistake by David Luiz. Poor from the Brazilian. Ederson, again going to that right towards Walker. He's able to head it down to Mahrez. He heads it down past David Luiz, takes him down in the box. Penalty kick for City. David Luiz is having a nightmare again. Not his first time that he's known for making a mistake, but that was truly horrific from David Luiz. And is it a red card? Because he was last man, Mahrez was in behind. Is it a red or is it a yellow? I didn't see the card. Good ball from Ederson out wide to Walker. He headed it down in the final third towards Mahrez. He chested it and got around David Luiz. He was holding him off and then pulled him down in the box. Penalty kick for City. Certainly was a penalty, no doubt about it. And it's a red card for David Luiz. He is going to get slaughtered by the Arsenal fans. And that could be it for David Luiz in an Arsenal shirt. Would not surprise me if that's his last performance with his contract coming to an end. I think he's coming up to an end next year. Wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't get offered a new one now. He has cost Arsenal this game, and they were well and truly in it. De Bruyne on the penalty. He took that one against Real Madrid, which they scored. Their last goal before the lockdown in all competitions. Jesus got the last one in the Premier League against Leicester. For his 9th goal of the season. And he scores, slots it down the right-hand side of the goal. Leno went the wrong way. City 2-0 up in 50 minutes. And David Luiz has single-handedly sunk the ship of Arsenal. And it looks like City will be getting the 3 points. Nicely taken penalty to the right hand side. Wasn't really in the corner. If Leno committed the right way, he probably would have saved it. But it's a goal for City. It's 2 for City. And it's 2 mistakes from Luiz that have cost Arsenal today. I feel sorry for the Arsenal fans who have to put with him. Second red card of the season. Sent off in the game against Chelsea away. Sent off again in a big game against a big team. As Sterling's committed a foul here on Mustafi in the box. He's just pressing him. Look dangerous here. Might be a yellow here, but VAR might check this. We'll have to see. Did look dangerous, but we'll just have to see what the referee says as we'll change it to 2-0. But down to 10 men is Arsenal. What will they do to change? I think Sterling got the ball, but it was a dangerous challenge. Let's see here. Got the ball. Dangerous. It was a foul, but shouldn't be a lack of red card. Question if it's even a yellow, really. But make sure you're subscribing. Not getting one yet this stream. Who will be the one to be that subscriber? Mustafi's still down though. This could be the third injury for Arsenal with David Luiz suspended. Pablo Mari, the centre back who was replaced by David Luiz because of his injury. He's injured. Mustafi looks injured. Bad times. Xhaka came off injured. Dangerous times for Arsenal. But what a ball by Ederson to find Walker for the goal. Well kept in by Walker. It was right on the byline. Good chest down from Mahrez to get around David Luiz. Pulled down. But, fantastic distribution from Ederson. He started that goal. Obviously, he didn't finish it. Could have finished it, as there were talks of him becoming the City penalty taker. But in the end, he was the starter of the move. Seems to be limping here, Mustafi. So Mustafi will be playing on, it seems. Just hobbling off the pitch as they have to when they get medical treatment. Arteta will be so frustrated though with this. He'll be so frustrated. He came with a plan. They were putting it into full effect successfully until David Luiz strutted on the pitch. Shocking from David Luiz. There's a long ball from Leno. From the free kick is won by Mendy, and City can come out of the ball. Mahrez skips past Saka, who I think will have to go to left back. Yeah, here we go. Tierney's gone into centre back alongside Mustafi. Saka's had to go to left back, and I think they'll play a 4-3-2 or 4-4-1. As Willock's gone to the right mid. Willock also has two brothers who play football as well. One plays for Huddersfield, who are called Chris Willock, and one is called Matty Willock, who plays for Gillingham. Joined Arsenal at the age of 4.5 in 2003. Now 20 years old. What a career Joe Willock's had so far at Arsenal. It's David Silva on the ball just on the halfway. Goes inside to one of the goal scorers, Raheem Sterling. Again, he's drifted centrally. Goes to De Bruyne. Around 20 yards out. Finds Walker on the overlap. Put into the box. Cleared away by Kieran Tierney. He was looking for Sterling. But it is cleared away. We've only played 10 minutes of this half as well. And we've already had a man sent off for Arsenal. And a goal conceded. As it is Laporte. I'm surprised there hasn't been many subs yet. I thought there would have been a few, especially with the 2-goal lead now for City. Hopefully we see Sane back in action. We haven't seen Sane playing since the Community Shield in the City first team shirt. Obviously played against the Arsenal in 23s in their Premier League game. As David Silva's been dispossessed by Joe Willock. Short pass to Nketiah. Nice tackle from Gundogan, and that ball goes all the way to Ederson. To Mendy, Laporte, David Silva, Laporte again to Garcia. Can they bring it forward for Manchester City? Don't know X off anything. Laporte bringing it forward, goes around to Gundogan. Jesus, Gundogan, Walker, De Bruyne on the far right, goes inside to Gundogan.
Jesus, from which team?
Oh, my Siri's gone off again. I wasn't even touching my phone. There's Laporte into Gundogan. Walker. Nice break ball towards Mendy. Brings it down nicely as well. Mendy try to go inside to Sterling. Dispossessed by Willock and can be cleared by Mustafi. Not very convincingly, but it has found Nketiah. Down this right. Bundled by Mendy. Tackled again by Mendy and wins the throw-in, to be fair. Nketiah. Guardiola's not happy, I think, with the ref. Maybe think that should have been a foul, but I saw nothing wrong with it. I'll put my phone down there because even when I'm touching it, it's doing that. So we've got Bellerin on the throw. Goes all the way back towards Mustafi. He's got Jesus chasing. He's able to play it off to Leno. To Kieran Tierney. Former Celtic player. Played for them 170 times. Contributing 37 assists. It's a long ball from the Arsenal defence. He's only found Laporte. He heads it down to David Silva. Options in front of him. He goes to De Bruyne. Met by Mustafi. Loses the ball. And Joe Wilk can come out of it just inside the Arsenal half. He's got Aubameyang to his left. He'll use him. One-on-one with Walker. Lays it off first time towards Ceballos. Gets there ahead of Mahrez. Dani Ceballos on the far left. No goals yet for Arsenal in the league. As Aubameyang tries to find a ball inside towards Nketiah. Finds him. Can't get the layoff to Willock. And City can come out with the ball. It's Kevin De Bruyne. Telling City to calm it down. As he plays it to his left to Benjamin Mendy. Okay, Gundogan. To Silva. Gundogan again. Just on the halfway. City just calming the game down completely. No need to rush. A 10-man Arsenal and a 2-goal lead. No need to really go into any more than second gear, really. This is Eric Garcia. Gundogan. Turns. Gets it to Mahrez. Inside again to Gundogan. Space here for Mendy on the left. He goes to him. Finds Sterling. Mendy again. Gundogan. Mendy to Garcia. Kyle Walker. Can they find a little bit of room here, City, to maybe get a third, which I think Guardiola would much like and prefer. Sterling still on the ball. To Laporte. Obviously was subbed off in the 33rd minute against Real Madrid. Seen as just fatigue, but obviously with everyone having at least 3 months off, he's been able to get to full fitness as Mendy's drilled the ball in towards Jesus, around 30 yards out. Sprays it to De Bruyne on the right. Heavy touch, but gets there ahead of Aubameyang. Tries to lay it off to Mahrez. Cleared away from Tierney. Only as far as Walker on this right-hand side still. Jesus, from range, strikes it straight into the throat of Bernd Leno. And Arsenal can maybe calm down a little bit here. Good firm strike from Jesus, but no real direction on it. Easy save for Leno. Has lost both times he's played against City. Bernd Leno conceding 6. That's now 8 goals in 3 in a minute. Still no sign of players like Phil Foden, Sane, Zinchenko. No players coming on yet for City. As it is Laporte. Ederson to Gundogan. Back to Laporte. Arsenal's first 4 games on the restart are all away from home, by the way, including this one. And then they've got Brighton on the 20th, Southampton on the 25th, and Sheffield on the 28th all away. So, very tough start for Arsenal. So we've got Willock on the right-hand side. Bellerin inside to Ceballos. Pressured by De Bruyne, but gets it off to Aubameyang. Poor pass from Ceballos, easily intercepted by Walker. And Mahrez can kickstart this counter-attack. It's De Bruyne. Gets past Tierney with ease on the edge of the box. Lays it off to Sterling. Can keep it in play. No, he can't. Kicks against himself. Unfortunately, just dangling a leg trying to keep it on. But it goes out for a goal kick. And with half an hour to go, Sane's warming up. Hopefully we can see him his first Premier League minutes of the season. So obviously strong interest from Bayern Munich, who have just become German champions for the 8th time in a row. 29th overall. It's a long ball from Bernd Leno, goes only as far as Walker, brought down by Laporte. Goes to De Bruyne, finds Garcia, which goes backwards to Ederson. Laporte. Garcia to Walker. Can we get a third goal in the game? It's Mahrez 1-on-1 with Bukayo Saka. Inside to Jesus. On the edge of the box. Gets it inside the box. On the right. No shooting opportunity. So lays it off to Walker. Gundogan. Switches it to the left to Mendy. Finds Raheem Sterling. Mendy again. No plays inside the box for City to aim at. As it's De Bruyne. To Mahrez. De Bruyne all down this left-hand side of City's. Mahrez to Gundogan. Walker again. Possession play here from City. It's Garcia. To Ederson. Just possession play here for Manchester City. Laporte. Ederson. Obviously, this is pretty much a killed contest in a way. I think City will get more goals, but when you're playing against a team who are down to 10 men or 2 goals down off the back of a 3-month break, it's hard to get a game with much momentum going. As an outside of the boot ball from De Bruyne was attempted, nearly found Sterling. Just a little bit too much on it. Easy gathering for Leno. If that board came off, that would be probably the assist of the season. As Sakho's been let off on the left-hand side. He loses the ball, though, as he trips over Jesus, who was chasing after him. Got in front of him as well, and won the foul. Nicely done by the Brazilian tracking back. Aymeric Laporte. Goes to Jesus. Laporte. Jesus again. To Mendy. Backwards towards Laporte. Gundogan. Pressing here from Arsenal, but City can beat it. With Mendy having to take on Joe Willock and lays it off to Laporte. Ederson, who's really becoming part of like a midfield now with Ceballos, can't intercept his pass, and it releases David Silva with space. He's got Walker in behind, finds him, onside, across goal. Good collection there from Bernd Leno, as there was about 3 City attackers, all the front 3 going for it, but Leno made sure it was his, and Joe Willock can come away with it on the right hand side. No real options for him. It's at a standstill pace now. He's got Mustafi. It goes to Dani Ceballos. Had a long-term torn muscle injury that kept him out for a lot of this season. Dani Ceballos. As Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva will be entering the pitch. Phil Foden, 14 league appearances this season. He got an assist and he was versus Arsenal in the reverse fixture that he started in. And he played 70 minutes of it. Mahrez and David Silva will be the players replaced. Here's De Bruyne takes their captain's armband from David Silva. David Silva obviously come up to his last year at Manchester City after 9 years at the club. Or 10 years actually, came off the back of the World Cup victory. 16 appearances versus Arsenal. He's got 4 goals and 4 assists. Wasn't able to do any of that today. Sure did contribute. And here we have Bernardo Silva. I think he's getting a bit of a mullet at the back of his head there. And obviously Phil Foden with a fresh haircut. Maybe going against the lockdown rules, but who hasn't? Here we go. Slight for light changes. I'm presuming Bernardo Silva will either go in the centre for David Silva, or he could even deploy on a wing. So could Foden, as he did start the Old Trafford the Manchester derby at Old Trafford before the break. Obviously, it was a 2-0 loss for City. Poor game from them. Last football City fans have seen from their team. Obviously, they've returned with much better. As it's Mustafi playing a poor pass towards Guendouzi, but he gets away with it. As Bernardo Silva came lunging in with a tackle. And it's Joe Willock who's been able to spread the play towards Bukayo Saka on the left. No real pressure from any City players as of yet. So he just lays it off to Joe Willock, back to Saka, in behind to Aubameyang. Turns back to Saka again, inside the final third. Willock on the edge of the box. Can he get a cross in? Giving space to do so. Does cross it towards the back post, too much on it. No real danger for City at all, and it's a goal kick for the Blues. There'll be a double substitution here from Arsenal. A triple substitution here from Arsenal, using all three of their subs that they've got left, with Alex Lacazette coming on, Reiss Nelson and Ainsley Maitland-Niles as well. And it'll be Nketiah who's replaced, so I'm surprised started. I had Lacazette down to start. 7 goals this season, 20 league appearances. Guendouzi, I think, is going to be replaced as well. He's absolutely worked his socks off, so he deserves a rest. And also Joe Willock, who's actually probably the bright spark for Arsenal today. He will be replaced as well. So Lacazette comes on, Maitland-Niles comes on, and Nelson. Like-for-like changes, because Willock was deploying down the right-hand side, so Nelson will go there. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles will play in his preferred centre midfield role, despite being more known for a right-back now. And obviously Lacazette will just go straight up front for Nketiah. Let's see, where is Maitland-Niles playing? Is he playing in that centre mid role I thought he would? Let's have a look. Yeah, playing in that right centre mid role alongside Ceballos. So obviously time to shine here for Maitland-Niles. Needs to show why Arteta should play him in his natural position. We have Eric Garcia to Ilkay Gundogan. Nice chip ball to Phil Foden, the substitute. Nice little skill to get past. Reiss Nelson goes to De Bruyne. Just drops it off to Garcia. To Walker. Sterling. Come on to this right hand side. The goal scorer. To the other goal scorer of Kevin De Bruyne. Poor pass from De Bruyne. Try to find Gundogan. And Reiss Nelson can burst away. Can't quite do so. His touch was too heavy and Mendy was able to cover and win the ball back for Manchester City. It's De Bruyne. Back to Garcia. I know there's going to be a double substitution for City. I just saw them on the sideline of Rodri and Fernandinho. So I'm presuming it might be like Laporte and Gundogan coming off. Something like that. It's Foden who's going to go down the left-hand side. He's gone inside to Jesus. Blocked by the ref. But heavy touch from Maitland-Niles means Gundogan can pick the ball back up for City. He tries to switch it to his right to Sterling. He's brought it down nicely. Lays it one more to De Bruyne. Good strike from the Belgium. Equally good save from Bernd Leno. Could have been at least 4 or 5 if it wasn't for the German tonight. Nice play from City. Good switch from Gundogan to get it to Sterling on the right. Nice inward run from De Bruyne. First time strike. Got some power on it. Stopped with the right wrist of Leno. And with 21 minutes to go, it's still City 2, Arsenal 0. Good save from the German. It'll be De Bruyne who's coming off. Again, good shift from him tonight. Captaincy will go to Fernandinho. Scored his 5th goal against Arsenal tonight in 12 appearances that he's played against them. And I'm presuming Garcia or Laporte will come off now for Fernandinho. Yeah, it will be Laporte as well. Obviously, still, when you have such a significant injury Laporte had, obviously, even with this 3-month break, in terms of getting match sharpness up, it will still take a while. So, good to see him getting a good, strong 70 minutes under his belt. As the corner is short to Bernardo Silva. Back to the corner taker Foden. Gets it to Kyle Walker. Mendy. Around 40 yards out. Switches it back towards the corner flag to Bernardo Silva. Tries to lay it off for Sterling. Gets there. To Gundogan on the edge of the box. Dinks over towards Sterling. First time cross. Hits it. Falls back to him. Brings it down. Lays it off to Bernardo Silva to his... behind him. And City can restart with Rodri. Gets it to Mendy. Good ball from Gundogan over the top to Sterling, but he just hit his cross. But the ball still fell to him in the end. That's why City still had possession. Thank you to everyone who stuck around as well for the second half. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. We've had Kyle Walker to Gundogan. Goes to Sterling to his right. Desperate to see Sane play, if I'm going to be honest to you. And if you're wondering, this is a PSG goalie kit for this year. This just because I've just seen the camera angle you have, and it just looks quite ugly. The top of it, the whole shirt's quite nice. As we have Phil Foden on the left, nice crossing, a little bit overhit, but can fall to Sterling on the opposite side. Goes to Walker, into Gundogan, nice 1-2. Can Walker get it in? He can. Nice cross towards Jesus. Tries the overhead kick. It falls to Gundogan in the box. Tackled, and Dani Ceballos can bring it away for Arsenal. Can he start a counter-attack? No, he can't. Sterling wins it back very nicely. And Rodri has it to Gundogan. Quickly lays it off to Fernandinho. 35 years old now, Fernandinho. Still playing at the highest level and at his best. That's Rodri. Goes to Bernardo Silva on the left. Foden. Misplaced pass to Bernardo Silva. Is able to keep it in on the far left. Finds Mendy. To Fernandinho. Walker to Garcia on the halfway line now. Two quite small centre-backs for City. 5'10" and 5'9". It's Mendy can maraud down the left. Not gone on one of those runs yet today, and it's been stopped by Bellerin straight away. This is Dani Ceballos. No real runs being made from Arsenal, finding it hard to keep the ball. Mustafi. Kieran Tierney. Would highly recommend watching Arsenal Fan TV tonight. Especially after the David Luiz absolute mess up of getting a red card and giving away a penalty and at fault for the first goal. Like I said when it happened, I don't see a future for him at Arsenal anymore. The fact that before he came on, Arsenal were under control, they were fine. They matched City like we expected with Arteta knowing the City way. But since January of 2015 away, Arsenal have not beat one of the big teams. Only 10 draws and 15 defeats. I don't think they would have been able to hold out for the draw, even if David Luiz hadn't come on. But they would have at least got to half-time, maybe an hour in at 0-0. I think they were really playing well, Arsenal, in terms of matching City's tactics. As they go for a water break here. Mari was doing alright, then he got injured. David Luiz came in, made the mistake, put him 1-0 down, got sent off, and gave away a penalty, and completely takes away any chance of Arsenal getting anything from the game. So, you know, still taking this water break. Let's see if anything's going on the social medias. David Luiz coming on and then giving away the goal. So let's see what anyone's saying, especially about the David Luiz. That's got to be coming up. Let's have a look. Yep, clowns. Just here we go. David Luiz tonight dropped to the bench, came on after 20 minutes, made a mistake for the first goal, gives a penalty away, gets sent off, and Gary Neville said, "Oh dear, I have no words." Yeah, that was very similar for Gary Neville. David Luiz single-handedly bringing some normality back to 2020. Wow. Man City started playing well the moment David Luiz came on. That is very true. Live reaction from Arsenal Fan TV, Social Distance, Claude, Robbie, and Troops with DT. I'll definitely be watching that watch-along back tonight. That'll be very funny to see DT and Troops' reactions to the red card of David Luiz. As we do restart after the quick water break with Fernandinho on the ball for City at the back. Still on the ball. Lays it off to Bernardo Silva, goes to Fernandinho, Rodri, Fernandinho again, just inside the City half. Goes for the switch to Walker, can bring it down nicely on his chest. On this far right, goes back towards Raheem Sterling. I do want to see Sane. 15 minutes to go. Will we see the German? Fernandinho. Hold on, Foden. Bernard. Yes, one sub still left for City. I think. Rodri, Fernandinho, Silva, Foden. Yeah. I don't know why I was questioning myself so much then. Still one substitute left for City. 15 minutes to go. Fernandinho. Foden, nice ball into Bernardo Silva. Sets off Mendy on the far left towards the corner flag. Gets a cross in. Headed away by Mustafi. And he'll fall to Bernardo Silva. He's had to drop deep to go in the ball back. Fernandinho into Bernardo Silva. Goes around the right to Eric Garcia. Fernandinho. Gabriel Jesus to Fernandinho again. Goes inside to Gundogan. Taken down by Kieran Tierney. Late challenge. He knew what he did wrong there. Knew he mistimed it. Yellow card. Acceptance of the yellow card. He knew he caught Gundogan late there. Just went for the ball. Had no intentions of catching Gundogan, but got there late. Poor challenge from Tierney. Yellow card deserved. Second yellow card of the season for Kieran Tierney. Has 2 assists in 4 Europa League appearances as well. Well, like I said during half-time, the first meeting between these two teams were in 1893, Woolwich Arsenal, which they were called against, Ardwick, which then turned into Manchester City, 1-0 to Arsenal that day. The first Premier League meeting was 1-0 win at Highbury for Arsenal, and Ian Wright goal settled that game. It is a free kick. It's from far out. You look like Sterling's eyeing this up for a shot. So around 30 yards out. Oh, he lays it off nicely through. Gundogan on the right shot. Easy save. Good sneaky tactic from City. Fooled me. Arsenal switched off and Leno's had a very good game. Gundogan just peeled him on the right. No one was picking him up. And from the angle, he was able to get the shot away. It was quite tame, in fact, from Gundogan. And meant an easy save for Leno in the end. As he's Foden on the right from the corner. Gets a right-footed crossing all the way to the back stick where Bellerin can hook away. All as far as Sterling. To Rodri. Finds Bernardo Silva. Can he get a cross in? No, lays it back off to Rodri. To his right to Kyle Walker. Foden. Nicely controlled by Phil Foden. Can he cut inside in the box? No, he can't. Ceballos tackles. And can Aubameyang clear on the corner? No, he'll go down the line to Saka. And keep the ball, in fact, for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka gets it to Lacazette through the legs, I think, of Gundogan or Foden. But a poor pass from Lacazette towards Maitland-Niles gives it away, but a free kick's been given, I think, as there was a late challenge from Rodri on an Arsenal man during that build-up. Good play, though, from Man City with that corner, completely fooled Arsenal. Sleeping, leaving Gundogan free to roam on the right. As Leno goes along towards Saka on the left, header won by Kyle Walker. Arsenal throw. 7 likes on the stream. Thank you very much to everyone who has dropped the like. It means a lot. See on dislikes. Hopefully there should be none. No dislikes. Fantastic. Thank you for the support. As Jesus has won it on the right here for City. In the box towards Gundogan. Tries to lay it out to Rodri. And Rodri takes out Dani Ceballos. Yellow card for Rodri. City are the masters of the tactical foul, and Rodri's probably the top dog for the tactical fouls, and he's been given a yellow there. Poor pass from Gundogan. Ceballos was going to get away. Rodri takes him out. Yellow card. Most easy yellow card that the referee's going to give in his career. 8th yellow card for Rodri. Played full 90 minutes in the reverse fixture, and has only missed 2 games for injury this season, which was at Southampton and Aston Villa. The home game against Aston Villa. Here comes Sergio Aguero, so no Sane for tonight. But it will be, for the last 10 minutes, or last 11 minutes, will be Aguero. Obviously, coming on to replace Gabriel Jesus. He's had a decent game today. Not been able to score, but, you know, still a good goal. Still a good game, for the Brazilian. As Aguero comes on, the big man himself. 15 appearances versus Arsenal, 11 goals, 2 assists. Loves a goal against Arsenal. Looking for his 255th City goal. And the referee stopped play as Ederson has clattered into Garcia. As there was a ball over the top. I don't know who it was by, but it was by an Arsenal man. Ederson came rushing out, clattered into his own man. And then Garcia is wiped out on the floor. Medical attention straight away for the Spanish. Or for the Spaniard. I caught it late as I was looking at the stream. I think Ederson's been caught by his wrist there. Medical staff straight on. We'll have to see a replay of that if they'll show us. Obviously accidental, but that did look nasty. Not the biggest built player, Eric Garcia as well, so he would have took quite a big hit from that. Hopefully he's okay. Stretches out straight away just to see Arsenal medical staff on the pitch. That's what I like about instances like that. I don't like instances like that. That sounds really bad, I've said that. But I mean, I like it when all the staff are on, making sure this player is okay. Arsenal staff straight onto the pitch, no hesitation. Obviously, instances like this is horrific. I didn't mean it like that. That came off bad. Yeah, it's Leno over the top ball. Aubameyang was chasing it. Ederson got there first. Oh, that is a collision no one wants to experience. Totally accidental, but he has gone right into Eric Garcia. Hopefully he's okay. This will be a big chunk of time added on now. Like I said, his last Premier League start was against Everton on New Year's Day. This was his third Premier League start. Jamie Carragher took a seat in the stands. And maybe he might be giving an update on this. Obviously, I can't hear it. Just above the Arsenal bench. In fact, Jamie Carragher is. Seems like Ederson might have done his wrist a little bit of damage. Leno, man of the match. Yeah, I can kind of go with that. I know they've lost 2-0, but I can see where you're coming with that. And what is Ederson doing? I think he was just coming to get the ball, sweeping it because he knew he could get there. But as a consequence of it, he's clattered into Garcia. Was it needed? He was just doing his job, Ederson. David Luiz, okay. I'm just going to delete that message because I don't want any bad language on the stream, but I completely understand what you mean by that, and I agree. It's cost Arsenal this game. I just don't want any bad language in the chat, but yeah, what you're saying is completely true and yeah, viable. New subscriber this stream. I don't know who it was, whoever it was. Thank you. We have gained the 1 subscriber from this stream. That's fantastic. That's what I wanted, and I've got it. But yeah, Casper Rosen, David Luiz is a clown, to say the least. Still checking on... I say checking, they're having a full review of Eric Garcia. Mendy, shirt over his nose, looking quite concerned for his teammate. Did look bad. Big collision. Arsenal medical staff, City medical staff making sure he's okay. I think Ederson's injured his hand. Is he showing his teammate? Showing his teammates might have injured his hand during the tackle there. I said the tackle, the clearance he attempted to make. Looks like he's not badly. He's not getting checked upon. He might have just he might have caused damage to his glove. Very worrying signs here for Eric Garcia. Been a good game in general for Man City. Dominated it. Arsenal were doing well until David Luiz came on. On the stretcher he is. Oh, he's about to get put on the stretcher. Right, it happened right outside the City box. Obviously devastating for Eric Garcia because he's been given the trust to start this game against Arsenal, who aren't a bad team. And he could have been given a good run in the side here. City have got Burnley at home next, then Chelsea away, Newcastle away. Could have got a run there. That's Newcastle in the FA Cup as well. I'm pretty sure because they played Newcastle away already. Lost. Drew 2-2. Getting strapped up and everything. This does not look great for Eric Garcia. If you're on the social medias after this game, obviously when I've gone off stream, make sure you keep up to date with how Eric Garcia is doing, because hopefully he is okay. Obviously Ederson just doing his job, being the sweeper keeper he is, but he's just swept Eric Garcia out this game completely. They've only shown it back once as well. Ceballos tried to talk to him here, obviously fellow Spaniard. Not great, especially for such a young player at 19 as well. Experiencing an injury like this isn't great. Here's Guardiola's giving Foden some instructions. My nose. I wish I could hear what's going on here, what the commentators or Matt and Tyler's saying. Can't hear anything, unfortunately. Don't want to get the copyright. Obviously, this will be City as well, down to 10 men for the last however long's left. We're in the 86th minute now. But could be, what, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes added on, depending on how long this goes for. So, worrying signs. Obviously, Otamendi probably would have come on for City, but no subs left. They said the game's been suspended, but on the Google, that makes sense. Obviously, no John Stones as well on the bench. Again, like I've said, with a lot of injuries coming back, there's been a lot of injuries, but the thing is, the injuries haven't been muscular, which you would expect from a break like this. They have been like leg breaks, collisions, you know. So that's what's the most worrying thing. 5 minutes after going down, he's still being like. So he's been down for about 6 minutes now, coming up to 7. Looks like an accidental headbutt. Nose. He's on the stretcher now. Be about 8 minutes added on, I'd say. Got oxygen and everything. Really looks serious there for Eric Garcia. Make sure you keep up to date with this. You know, just make sure he's okay. I'm sure you'll sit around on the social medias. Never like to see anything like this, especially to such a young player like Garcia. That looks really bad. The game will get back underway. I'm not sure how they'll get it back underway, but it's probably not the main concern at the minute. It's giving gas, oxygen. Now getting transferred to a full-on kind of hospital kind of bed stretcher thing as well. Be a drop ball for Arsenal, given to Aubameyang, and Arsenal will continue to play, and they'll go all the way back towards the centre back of I think it was Tierney to Mustafi, as they were just showing Eric Garcia there, getting taken to the area where City keep their ambulances. Poor misplaced pass from Arsenal, deflected off Gundogan all the way as far as Hector Bellerin. Good press from City, win it back for a throw-in, cannons off Reece Nelson. So we do restart. Maybe about 7 or 8 minutes added on, I'd say. Really dangerous injury that's looking like. Could have been really serious that, or could still be. The throw-in towards Raheem Sterling. I think it's Gundogan who's actually got injured. I think he was near the ball. It looked like he got bundled over by Reece Nelson. 50 seconds of the 90. Still about 8 minutes to play, so don't go anywhere if you want to hear the end of the game. Benjamin Mendy with the free kick, just on the halfway line for City. And they will go back to Fernandinho. Rodri is just slotted into that centre-back for the last 7 or 8 minutes of the game. So it looks like it'll be like a 4-3-2 for City, with Foden and Bernardo Silva playing as the two in front of Gundogan, who's in the holding, and then just Sterling and Aguero up front. There's Kieran Tierney on the ball. Goes back to Leno. Like Casper Rosen said in the chat, you could easily put up Leno for a man of the match. He's really kept this low scoring. Hit the 90th minute. How much time will be added on? 11 minutes added on. Wow. I think that must be added with the other stoppages in the game as well. in this half because I don't think he was down for that long. He was down for a while, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't down for 11 minutes. I'll go back on Sky again because they said what minute it happened in. Let's have a look. 81st minute, to be fair, that happened. And then we all got restarted in about the 89th minute. So yeah, that seems about right. I would have gone 10 minutes, but they've gone with 11. They must have counted it as Walker on the right. Goes inside to Aguero. He's got Sterling to his right. He uses him. Goes back to Aguero. Nice one too. Aguero's got a finish on the left foot off the post towards Foden, who smashes it in. And Foden scores. He got an assist in the reverse fixture. He upgrades that to a goal in the home fixture at the Etihad. But what a 1-2 from Sterling and Aguero. Aguero deserved the goal to get his 12th against Arsenal and to get his 17th of the season, but it came off the post. Unfortunately, it was a great save actually from Leno. Came off his left leg, off the post, fell to Foden about 6 yards out. Couldn't miss it, didn't, and Foden scores for City. No goals in the Premier League this season. He has got one now. Nicely finished into the roof of the net. It's an unfortunate result for Arsenal. This City have dominated, but the way that Arsenal did collapse just due to one player is annoying. Good save from Leno to put it onto the post, and a good rebound from Foden. For me, Leno's really been up there with a man of the match performance. It's a great save to get it onto the post from Aguero's shot, but unfortunately, the Foden rebound cannons into the goal. Let's upgrade the scoreline. That's just half time. If any of my signs aren't right, please let me know. How has that took me this long to find out that I wasn't on the second half? I'm so sorry. I really forget doing that, and I shouldn't. But Edison has a goal kick, drills it on the ground, only as far as Bukayo Saka. Goes around the corner towards Lacazette, intercepted by Phil Foden, doing his defensive duties, and it's Rodri to Walker. Inside to Bernardo Silva, takes a touch, lays it off to Foden, to Rodri, Fernandinho, just along the City box, goes forward towards Sterling, Gundogan lays it off to Mendy on the left, nicely done, towards Fernandinho. Make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't, notifications on for that commentary in your top left on Friday. Tottenham versus Manchester United, behind closed doors obviously, but still would be a cracker of a game. As it's Rodri. Dinks it over to the left to Mendy in a little bit of space. Tries to go down the line on the weak foot towards Foden. Tries to strength for Reece Nelson, who's a 50-50. And it's gone out for a throw-in as for Arsenal as Foden bundled it over the line. Couldn't quite keep it in. As it's Hector Bellerin. Goes to Ceballos. He's been good when coming on. Despite being backs against the walls for Arsenal for the whole game, they should really be happy with this performance because literally one single individual has ruined the game plan and the rest of the team's performances. So, like I said, they should be really proud of their performances here at Arsenal because, you know, the cause of their downfall was not their fault in the slightest. It's Mendy. On this left, goes inside to Gundogan, back to Fernandinho. We have played 4 minutes of the 11 added on. We'll go towards Bernardo Silva, sets off Walker down the right in the final third. He's going to look for the cross, cuts back instead and goes to Bernardo Silva in a little bit of space. Finds Sterling. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva still on the ball, plays a 1-2 with Gundogan. Back off to Gundogan. Rodri. Foden, Walker, Sterling. It's a walking pace the game now. Obviously both teams know that the game is over. As Gundogan just slots it through to Bernardo Silva, he's in behind, cuts onto his left foot, shoots wide of the post. Should have maybe done a little bit better, the Portuguese, and he knows it. Found that a little bit of space, obviously caught Arsenal napping. Good ball from Gundogan, who's had a good game today. Cut onto his left nicely, but way wide of the post from Bernardo Silva. Man of the match time, and I'm going to choose Raheem Sterling, number 7 is my man of the match, alongside Bernd Leno Obviously, you don't want to give it to a goalkeeper who has conceded 3 goals, but based off his performance, he deserves at least a joint man of the match. So we're going to go with Sterling. Got the goal to start off the goal scoring tonight. Assisted the assist. He got the assist to Aguero that led to him hitting the post and falling to Foden for the goal. Just being really good today, Raheem Sterling. So he'll get man of the match alongside Bernd Leno because his performance cannot go unnoticed. As it's Phil Foden wins it off Ederson. They broke through the midfield of Arsenal. They've got Aguero to his right. He'll use him. He's in the box on the right foot. It's trademark Aguero, who should have scored, and he's hit the side netting. That is not trademark Aguero. He got it from Foden on the right, looking for another assist against Arsenal this season, and he should have got it. Burst down the centre of the pitch. Tierney obviously not playing in his natural position. Let Aguero free on his right, and he had the whole of the near post to aim for, and hit the side netting instead. Not far away, but still missed. He'll be disappointed, but that Aguero should have scored. Stays City 3, Arsenal 0. Surprised he scored. Surprised he didn't score, sorry. Still 8 goes though sometimes. 19 attempts compared to Arsenal's 2. I know I'm saying that Arsenal should keep their head held high, but I mean that in the sense of their plan. And 12 on target for City. Their plan going into the game was really good, and they kept City at bay. And then David Luiz came on and that ruined everything. But in terms of what I've seen, they can, despite the factors around the game, you can't really say Arsenal as a team have had a bad performance. One individual's had a bad performance, which has caused the whole team to suffer because of that. And, that's just really unfortunate. Because I would have liked to have seen what would have happened if David Luiz didn't come on and the outcome of this game, as there has been a ball around the corner to Lacazette on the far left. You've got Aubameyang in the box, goes inside towards, try to find Reiss Nelson, well defended by Phil Foden, who can clear for a throw-in on the far left-hand side of Arsenal. Good ball around the corner, down the left-hand side there for Arsenal. Lacazette was in behind, has scored in this fixture once before, 5 games ago in the league. On the 5th of November 2017, scored in the 3-1 defeat at the Etihad. Aguero and De Bruyne scored in that game alongside Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, that was the season where City got 100 points and was running away with it like Liverpool had in this season. Played 7 minutes and 45 seconds of the 11 minutes added on. As Bellerin's going to charge forward. Gets it to Reiss Nelson on the right. He's inside the box. Can he find the right cutback? Cuts back himself. Finds Aubameyang in the box. Shoots. Then gets stopped by Fernandinho and he wins a corner. Good play down the right from Reiss Nelson. Cut back on to his left foot. Got it towards Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And he did get there. Fernandinho, as a Gundogan who put him off and stopped it from going in. But couldn't cause the stoppage of the corner. Reiss Nelson, number 24, will be the one who puts it into the box. Near post, poor train to aim for Lacazette, but Gundogan was the one who headed it away. Reiss Nelson, though, 11 league appearances this season, no goals or assists, but did get a goal and an assist in the FA Cup against Leeds and Portsmouth, and has made 40 under 23 appearances with 17 goals for Arsenal while being at the club. Born in London as well. So we're about to hit the 99th minute. We've got Tierney on the ball with Leno. As Arsenal have possession of the ball. Goes to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who's making a makeshift centre-back, I think, from the corner. As they try and regroup. Leno. To Mustafi. Goes into Lacazette. He holds it up and lays it off to Ceballos. Finds Tierney. He can get it to the left to Saka. Has a little bit of green grass to run towards. And he will do so. He's going to be met with Kyle Walker. Can he take him on? No, he can't. Easy tackle for Walker to make, but falls only as far as Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Hector Bellerin goes to Lacazette. Hector Bellerin makes the overlap. Doesn't use him, and Foden can easily intercept a 1-2 between Lacazette and Aubameyang. And it's Aguero on the ball. Outside the ball, pass to Foden. He goes down the line to Sterling. We're about to hit the 100th minute. Can we get a 4th City goal? It's Sterling running at Tierney. He's on his right foot. Lays it off to Aguero on the edge of the box. Strikes it, the Argentine. Blocked, and Lacazette can come away with it. And lays it off to Reiss Nelson. Minute to go. Can Arsenal get a consolation goal? We've hit the 100th minute. Lacazette just goes back to Ceballos. think both teams know this game is completely over and just waiting for the full-time whistle, which we will get in 50 seconds' time. Kieran Tierney. Saka. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Good game of football, to be fair, tonight. De Bruyne got the Sky man of the match. Again, I feel like he gets every man of the match, so that's why I didn't give mine to him. And he didn't play the full game. Sterling did play the full game, so I gave it to him. But I mean as well, like, De Bruyne obviously got the penalty. It was fantastic, but I feel like he gets every man of the match. So, most of them he is, granted and fairly so, but you know what I mean. As we've got 5 seconds coming up to play. Arsenal have just been knocking it around, waiting for this full time for this game to end. As Bernardo Silva's won it, he's going to go on a run, and the referee blows full time as they're in behind. Bernardo Silva complaining, but I think it was time for the game to be over. Guardiola and Arteta meet. Seemed a bit awkward, that, as they gave each other the elbow. City players complaining they couldn't have that last attack, but don't think it would have meant anything anyway. But obviously Arteta and Guardiola will probably have a nice drink of wine after this, socially distanced, as he said in his press conference. Surprised how awkward that elbow, though, like when they came together at the end, though, from Guardiola and Arteta. Wasn't really much of a smile or anything. But City do come out with the 3 points in the end. Arsenal stay at 9th after playing this game in hand on 40 points behind Spurs. Behind Spurs, United, Sheffield United, and I think, who else? I think it's Everton as well. But at least we got goals. Yeah, it's Wolves. Yeah, I don't know why I said Everton. Tottenham on 41 points, Wolves on 43, Sheffield United on 44, United on 45, and Chelsea on 40 in fourth place. So they're only 8 points behind fourth, and everyone's played 29 games now going into the match day 30. Arteta obviously have strong links to Manchester City. He'll be disappointed to come away with a 3-0 loss to his name, but like I've said, it was not his fault. It was all Arteta's. Completely killed everything that Arsenal was going to do today, or going to do tonight, and gave them absolutely no chance. Giving away that first goal before half-time didn't help it one bit, but the fact that he went 5 minutes after the break to give away a penalty and get himself sent off is just a joke. But City on 60 points, 7 points away from third place Leicester, 22 points away from Liverpool, but this meaning that Liverpool can't win the league at Goodison Park on Sunday. They will have to wait just a little longer. Well, we have hit 18 minutes past 10, streaming for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I'm just glad the stream didn't go corrupt again like it did twice in the first half. But that will be the end of tonight's commentary. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow, our League 2 playoff semi-finals. So if you're interested in that, that's on Sky. I might give that a watch. I love a good playoff 2 Lego. But that is going to be the end of tonight's commentary. I hope you enjoyed. City get the 3 points with 3 goals from De Bruyne, Sterling and Phil Foden. David Luiz showing us that he is the clown he is. And Arsenal are stuck in 9th. But I hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. Go and check out my Football Manager Stockport County series in the description. There's 5 episodes. Episode 6 will be out tomorrow. And then Friday, as you can see in the top left, is the next commentary. Make sure you're there. And have a great rest of your day. And hopefully I'll see you for Friday for Tottenham versus Manchester United.